Welcome to the Talkin' Texas Rangers podcast. I am your host, Larry Lease. Today's episode, we're diving into the latest Rangers news from around Globe Life Field. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Game Time. If you're looking for the best deals on game tickets, concert tickets, or other sporting event tickets, you need to check out Game Time. When I want to go to a Rangers game, I go right to Game Time. Especially for their friendly customer service, their quick and efficient selling of tickets. I've never had an issue with them. I've always gotten the tickets before I even get to the gate. Check them out today. The link will be in the description. So without further ado, let's dive into our first topic. Week 4, it's our who's hot, who's not. The Texas Rangers had quite a turnaround of events over the past week. Last weekend, they took out 2 out of the 3 against defending World Series champions Atlanta Braves. Then they swept the Phillies in a 2-game series. What has me and other fans excited is that the starting pitchers seem to be really getting deep into games now, and the relief pitching doesn't have to carry the load. Speaking of the bullpen, they've been really good too lately. If the Rangers can continue this moving forward, they will have a shot in close games. Come find out who made the cut in this week's Who's Hot, Who's Not. Starting off with the Who's Hot, we got Zach Rex, or T-Rex. He was called up to see how he would do with the Rangers at the major league level. Well, at his first at-bat against Atlanta, he got his first major league hit, as well as his first RBI. He's done well in his first week with the Rangers, and I can't wait to see how he progresses this coming week. Phillies fan. While he's not on the Rangers main roster, this man helped the Rangers to a victory. This fan interfered with the Rangers catching Nick Castellano's home run Wednesday night. After the review, the umpires reversed the home run and ruled it a ground rule double. Dane Dunning. Dunning had a heck of an outing against the Atlanta Braves. He'd also pitched the longest a Rangers starting pitcher has all year long. In 7 innings, Dunning allowed 4 hits, struck out 7, and only allowed 1 run. I know fans are frustrated with his up and down performances since becoming a Ranger, but fans shouldn't be mad with the way he played against the Braves. Jonah Heim. I don't know why he got benched in the final game against the Phillies Wednesday night. He should be getting all the playing time right now with the way he's hitting. Jonah Heim clobbered a ball deep in the left field to get the Rangers on the board Tuesday night. According to the Bally Sports Southwest Twitter page, Jonah Heim is second in on-base plus slugging behind Angels player Taylor Ward currently. After seeing what he did against the Phillies, he needs to keep being in the lineup as the main catcher. Martin Perez. Martin Perez pitched lights out Wednesday night against the Phillies. In 7 innings, he allowed 4 hits, struck out 4, as he helped the Rangers to a sweep over the Phillies. Ever since coming back to Texas, we're seeing a much improved Perez, and I'm loving it. And now, unfortunately, we must cover who's not hot. Starting off, Willie Calhoun. Calhoun's demotion to AAA all but likely ends his tenure with the Texas Rangers. He had such an upside with his bat, and he just couldn't get over all the injuries that he sustained with the Rangers. I personally wish Willie all the best with his next team and his future endeavors. And then we got John Gray. Even though he's still coming back from the blisters he sustained at the beginning of the year, putting the Rangers in a 3-0 hole early in the game was the main reason he got pulled early against the Phillies. Thanks to Chris Woodward's smart bet with the pinch hitter's gamble, the Rangers were able to get out of the game with a victory. And on their upcoming schedule, the Rangers are just now beginning a series against the Kansas City Royals from today until the 12th. And now our next topic is our minor league update. The Texas Rangers have placed catcher Mitch Garver on the injured list with a flexor strain. It was announced today to take his place on the active roster. The Rangers have recalled Sam Huff from AAA Round Rock. Garver was acquired from the Minnesota Twins this offseason for IKF, and Ronnie Henriquez has gotten off to a slow start offensively. Although that's been balanced out by the white-hot start to the season Jonah Heim has had. There's no indication as of yet as to how long Garver will be out, though a flexor strain could result in significant time missed. Sam Huff is now up to back up Jonah Heim behind the plate. If Garver is going to miss significant time, I would tend to think the Rangers might look to add a backup catcher from outside the organization in order to allow Huff the opportunity to get some more development time and play more often at AAA. And our next topic, Chris Woodward was kind of foolish for blaming loss on a Little League ballpark. Blaming the Yankee Stadium short porch for a Texas Rangers loss, is that the level of accountability we've stooped to under Chris Woodward? It's frustrating to lose a game in a walk-off fashion, especially in a low-scoring affair, as was the case on Sunday afternoon, and the first game of a doubleheader between the Rangers and the Yankees in the Bronx. Gleyber Torres knocked the ball over the short right field porch for a 2-1 Yankee win over Texas, ultimately wasting another gem from Dane Dunning, who's been on a roll lately. Sure, Torres' homer wasn't a moonshot, but with an estimated distance of 369 feet, that cheap home run would have left the yard in 26 out of 30 ballparks. Yeah, sorry Woody, we're not with you on this one. The Texas Rangers skipper, now in his 4th season with the team, proceeded to call Yankee Stadium a Little League ballpark. You know, maybe it was just a regular home run that was hit 106 miles per hour off the bat. That's big league stuff. It hasn't been an ideal start to the 2022 season for Woody's Rangers, but they've been playing better of late. Still, the former is no reason to blame a loss on anyone but yourself and your players. The skipper is trying to build a culture of accountability in the Texas clubhouse. You wouldn't be able to tell from this comment. If the Texas Rangers had won more under Woodward to this point, maybe that remark could have flown more under the radar, taken as a mere blimp. But a losing record in every season since getting to Arlington? Skipper hasn't exactly earned the benefit of the doubt here, even if his teams haven't always been stacked. In any case, blaming a loss on the Yankee Stadium short perch was a bad look for Chris Woodward and the Texas Rangers. Hopefully there will be more accountability on this team going forward. And now let's dissect the complicated catching situation. Play the hot hand, right? That's how the saying goes in baseball, and the Texas Rangers have a hot hand at catcher right now. Jonah Heim has become a fan favorite early in the 2022 season for his production both at the plate and behind it. With the bat, Heim has a ridiculous 1.172 OPS, with 3 home runs and 33 at-bats, while also rating favorably with his glove. Meanwhile, Mitch Garver's 585 OPS is half as good and nearly double the at-bats. And that's alarming because Garver is known for his bats. Heim, on the other hand, is not. So the question of who should be the starting catcher for the Texas Rangers right now is essentially answered, right? In theory, yes. It's criminal that Jonah Heim isn't getting more regular at-bats. He's also a switch hitter, which is valuable regardless of how manager Chris Woodward likes to configure his lineups. And the critique of Heim's ability to hit right-handed pitching, not justified right now. Right now, Heim versus right-handed pitchers in 27 at-bats is 249, 333, 444 for slash line. Calhoun versus right-handed pitcher in 53 at-bats, 170, 200, 189. The Texas Rangers have a good problem with Jonah Heim and Mitch Garver both being quality catcher options. I get it, Garver was a big fish reeled in during the offseason, acquired from the Twins for IKF and prospect Ronnie Henriquez. And when you trade assets to acquire a player like Garver, whose bat is legit when he's firing on all cylinders and is a solid defender, you're expecting him to play consistently. But much to our pleasant surprise, Heim is enjoying something of a breakout at the moment, and that should be recognized. At the same time, though, it's not that simple. Suppose Heim cools down, which his career numbers indicate he will. Then suppose Garver heats up to numbers that align more with his career 817 OPS. What do the Rangers do in that case? There's no doubt that Garver should be trusted to hit at a more regular clip than Heim, which is when it's all said and done. The Rangers know that. Texas also isn't about to admit they screwed up on a trade of this caliber, let alone any trade. They're going to keep finding ways to justify the move to acquire Garver, as they should. It's a bad look for business if they don't, after all. That isn't to say that they couldn't flip Garver down the line should Heim keep playing up to his current level. But for now, chalk this up as a slow start for the veteran catcher and a hot start for Heim. So what's the conclusion here? Give Heim more playing time right now. He deserves it, given the way he's handled the bat. He should probably be starting almost every day in the interim. And Garver, when he comes back from the injured reserve, can DH. But as it's prone to happen during a long season, numbers will find a way to regress back to their means. And thus, we might find ourselves having another Texas Rangers catcher conversation down the road. Let us know your thoughts on the topics we covered in the comments section below. And as always, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Audible. Audible is a subscription service that allows you to buy audiobooks that you can listen to on your phone. Audible allows you to choose from a gigantic array of audiobooks narrated by amazing narrators that you can listen to from anywhere. In all seriousness, audiobooks are great for when you're alone and maybe want to stop with the YouTube videos. Do you want a free audiobook? Then check out the link in the description and you can get a free audiobook of your choice from Audible. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.